my dear students of BSc second semester. So welcome to physics classes by Sarabdeep Kaur Sidhu. So today's our topic is the very important topic, that is the reflection and transmission of waves. Both we will study reflection and transmission of waves on a string at a boundary. So in this first of all we draw a diagram that we consider two strings. One is this and second is this. So these are two strings. These are two strings. Suppose this string is A, B, this is B, C. Clear? So this is the boundary. And this boundary taking x is equal to 0. So this is a boundary separating the two strings. So now we know that the frequency means the same. So you can also say that this is medium 1, this is medium 2. So this is 1, this is 2. And for this medium charge linear, rho 1 is the linear charge density. So rho 1 is the linear charge density for this string. Rho 2 is for this. Similarly, Z1 impedance for this, we know that we have done the characteristic impedance in the previous lecture, and this characteristic impedance that is equal to, we have derived the relation Z that is equal to rho C. We have derived this Z is equal to rho C. So this is equal to rho 1 C1, and for this is equal to rho 2 C2. You can also put here V1 and V2. Then, and also a wave vector. Wave vector for this is your wave number. You can say K1 for this, and for this that is equal to K2. Now this is the boundary. X is equal to 0. Now the wave, light waves comes incident on this boundary. Okay, in the first medium. So ray, suppose this is the first medium. So ray, I have derived this. I derived here the ray. I draw a ray here. So this is an incident ray. Now this ray will comes here, strikes at the boundary, then some part of it will get reflected. So this is a reflected wave. In a first medium. Clear? And then this in the second medium wave enter and it will become transmitted wave. So this is a transmitted wave. Clear? Now we have to find out, we know that y is equal to, we know the equation of a wave in a vector form. Y is equal to a e raised to power iota omega t minus kx. We have derived this wave equation of a wave. Now we have to write the value of y for an incident wave, for reflected wave, and then for transmitted wave. Now for incident wave, yi, we write here symbol I, is equal to amplitude ai, then e raised to power iota omega t minus k1x. Because k1 is the wave vector for this medium, and incident and reflected wave are in this medium first. For this string, AB is this one string and BC is second string. Now, and tension is also here T. Here is also T. Then YR, that is for reflected wave. This is equal to AR. AR we write here AR for reflected amplitude. E raised to power iota omega t. Pay attention here. Here will be plus sign because wave is getting back. So we write here plus k1x. Then y3 for transmitted wave. Now this is amplitude is at. Clearly, e raised to power iota omega t. Now here will be k2 because now it is a second medium. So k2. Clear? Now we have to, after this we this matlab you can say must follows two conditions. What are that conditions? That y, the displacement, y is the displacement, that must be continuous at the boundary, that must be continuous at the boundary. And second is the transverse force should be continuous at the boundary. Two boundary conditions. One is that displacement must be continuous at the boundary, and second is the transverse force must be continuous at the boundary. So we apply that two equations. So first of all I apply this. So first, displacement must be continuous at x is equal to 0. So displacement must be continuous at the boundary at x is equal to 0. Boundary is x is equal to 0. So displacement before the boundary is only incident wave and reflected wave. So this is incident, means you can say yi plus yr before the boundary. This must be equal to after the boundary. So taking this equation as first equation. Now second, transverse force must be continuous. Transverse, I write here, I rub this. Transverse force must be continuous at the boundary. So transverse force means transverse force should be or must be continuous at x is equal to 0. It means transverse force means T, clear? T into sine theta, and when theta is small we write T tan theta, and tan theta is equal to slope dy by dx. So we write T dy over dx, clear, plus T dy r over before the boundary plus is equal to T dy by dx d by t at x is equal to 0. So first we find out the derivatives. So t into derivative of yi with respect to x. So same thing, first ai e raised to power iota omega t minus k1x, here t, into what will be multiplied, that is minus iota k1 minus iota, minus is here, iota k1 plus, when we do the derivative of this thing, same thing will come and multiplied by iota k1, iota k1. So plus t iota k1 ar e raised to power iota omega t plus k1x, that is equal to derivative of this t into derivative of this thing yt. So whole the thing will come as same and multiplied by, what will be multiplied, minus iota k2, minus iota k2. So now at x is equal to 0. Now put at x is equal to 0. When x is equal to 0, this term goes, this term goes, this term also goes. So we have only in terms of e raised to iota omega t, e raised to iota omega t, e raised to iota omega t, and that will also cancel out. So what will be remaining, minus t iota k1 ai plus t iota k1 ar is equal to minus t iota k2 a t. Clear ji? So now iota goes with iota, goes with iota, ठीक है जी, and k1 common, t also cancelled. So we have ai minus ar, taking minus common, t cancelled, t goes, ठीक है, that is equal to k2 a t, and this k1 is common and this comes out here. So we have ai minus ar is equal to k2 over k1 at. Clear? When we have the this boundary condition that transverse force must be continuous at x is equal to 0. Now we have first boundary condition that displacement must be continuous at the boundary. For put the value of displacements, when you put the value of yi, this plus this is equal to this plus this is equal to this when you put here. Now we have to put x is equal to 0. So when you put x is equal to 0, this term goes, this term goes, this term goes. Clear? And e raised to iota omega t common. So you have only ai plus ar that is equal to at. So only this term is remaining. So this is equation number 2nd, and take this equation number 3rd. Now what about k2 over k1? Can we change it with impedances? Yes, we can change it by impedance. How we can change it by impedance? I rub here from here and write. We know that Z is equal to rho C, or you can say Z is equal to rho V. You can also use V and also use C. C is velocity and rho is the linear mass density. Okay? We have written here that Z1 is equal to rho 1 C1 and Z2 is equal to rho 2 C2. Clear? So Z1 is equal to rho 1 C1 and Z2 is equal to rho 2 C2. And K2 over K1, that is also because we know that K is equal to 2 pi by lambda. So K2 means here is lambda 2, K1 means here is lambda 1. And we know that the frequency will remain the same for both the mediums. When frequency will be same, we know that V is equal to nu lambda or C is equal to nu lambda, or you can C1 is equal to nu 1, also nu lambda 1, and C2 is equal to nu lambda 2. So instead of lambda 1 and lambda 2, can I write C1 and C2? Clear? C1 over C2. Clear? And we know that Z is equal to T over C or T over V. Clear? T is a tensor. For Z1 it is T over C1. Clear? And for Z2 is equal to T over C2. And T is also equal to rho C1 square, rho 1 C1 square, and next so on. Clear? Now we can write here, instead of C1 and C2, we write here Z2 over Z1 by using these, because tension is same in both the cases. So we write here Z2 over Z1. We can write here Z1 is inversely proportional to C1, okay, Z2 is inversely proportional to C2. So K2 over K1, instead of K2 over K1, we can write here Z2 over Z1. Okay? So write here Z2 over Z1. So in this equation, put here Z2 over Z1 in equation number 3, using this concept. Yes? Equation number 4, you can say using 4th, so 3rd will be like this. So this is equation number 2nd. Now this is equation number 3rd. Now from these two equations we can find out the values of AI, AR in terms of AT, because we have two equations and three variables we have to find out, that are AI, AR and AT. So we will find out AI, the value of AI and AR in terms of AT. So how you can find out that? Adding, first adding 2nd and 3rd, adding 2nd and 3rd. So when you add 2nd and 3rd, AR cancelled out. What is AI? AI becomes, that is equal to AT will also cancel. AI minus AR plus AR, when you add these, this becomes 2AI, clear? Z2 over Z1 plus Yes, Z2 over Z1, Z2 over Z1 plus 1 into 80. So this plus this 2ai, AR cancelled out, Z2 over Z1 plus 1 into 80. Clear? So from this you can find out AI is 1 over 2 of this. Taking this equation number 5th, you can say. Now subtracting. When you subtract third from second, now third from second minus third. So second to third minus karo, AI plus AR minus AI plus AR. So AI cancelled, so 2AR, that is equal to 1 minus Z2 over Z1 into 80. So AR, this is AI, AR becomes 1 over 2, 1 minus Z2 over Z1 into 80. So this is equation number 6. So this is equation number 6. Now the new things that will come, first write down reflection coefficient of amplitude. First, reflection, this is very important. Reflection coefficient of amplitude. So this is equal to the ratio of amplitude. This is represented by in some books it is represented by small r. This will be equal to AR over AI. This will be equal to AR over AI. Clear? AR over AI. This is the reflection coefficient. Or how you can define? It is defined as the ratio of the reflected wave to the incident wave. Reflected wave to the incident wave. Clear? So reflected wave, incident wave, amplitude, you can take the values from equation number 6 and from equation number 5th. So when you divide equation number 6 by equation number 5th, 6th by 5th, what you will get? AR over AI, that is equal to half goes with half. This Z1 minus Z2 over Z1 plus Z2. So this is equal to Z1 minus Z2 over Z1 plus Z2. So this is the value of R. Now next, transmission coefficient of amplitude. Transmission coefficient of amplitude. So it is defined by T. It is defined by T, and it is defined as the ratio of the reflected amplitude to transmitted amplitude to incident amplitude. So it is the ratio of the amplitude of transmitted wave to the amplitude of incident wave. You can say like this also. So AT over AI. So from where we can find out AT over AI? From equation number 5th. So AT upon AI. Clear? That will be equal to 2 Z1 upon Z1 plus Z2. So this is the you can say the transmission coefficient of amplitude. So this is about the transmission and reflected amplitudes or coefficients of amplitude. So at the last you can also say that these values are same for all the waves. These values are same for all the waves, and these values, the values of R and T, that only depends upon characteristic impedance of the medium. So in this case it depends upon only Z1 and Z2. What are Z1 and Z2? Z1 and Z2 are the characteristics impedances of medium 1 and medium 2, or you can say that of two strings respectively, string AB we write and then string BC. So this is all about the reflection and transmission coefficient of amplitude, and this is very important topic. Thank you very much.